Alright, so with the Black Ops 7 beta coming up fast, I wanted to talk a bit about the weapons in Black Ops 7 and the systems that we'll be seeing in the game regarding those weapons. There's a weapon prestige system now, some changes to the way that camo progression is going to work, and a couple of other elements, so let's just get right on into it. So first things first, let's talk about what the weapons list is looking like for Black Ops 7 as of right now. We don't know the full list of all the weapons that we'll be seeing in the full launch, but we do know the weapons that will be in the beta. At launch, Black Ops 7 is supposed to have 30 weapons, with 16 of those 30 going to be debuting for the first time in Call of Duty history. So we at least have some variety and some uniqueness in Black Ops 7. Whether those weapons will be any good, we just have to wait and see, of course. As expected, we've got assault rifles, and I'll start with those. The first confirmed weapon is the M15 Mod O, and this is an adaptable, fully auto weapon that's supposed to perform well across multiple combat scenarios. After this, we've got the MXR-17, which is another full auto assault rifle that's got a modest rate of fire but excellent accuracy and range. We also have the Peacekeeper MK1, which is a full auto assault rifle that's going to have excellent mobility and handling, but high recoil and limited range. For the SMGs, we have the Graz 45K, which is going to be a full auto that is overall well balanced between CQB power, handling, and recoil. We also have the Dravik, which is a full auto SMG that's stable and effective at longer ranges but does have less CQB power. Then we have the Razor 9mm, which is a full auto SMG that has an extreme rate of fire but limited range and slower handling. For shotguns, we have the M10 Breacher. This is a pump action shotgun that you can hold the trigger down for to improve hip and ADS spread. The Echo 12, which is a double barrel shotgun that fires 2 semi-automatic shots between rechambers. It's supposed to have great range and high damage potential. LMGs are the next weapon category, and you have the MK78, which is going to be a fully automatic LMG with great damage and a high ammo count, but of course its mobility is slower. We so far have the M8A1 Marksman rifle, which will have very high damage and an extremely fast rate of fire within the 4-round burst, but it has a moderate cooldown. Sniper rifles are pretty much my favorite weapons to use in Call of Duty, and for Black Ops 7, we've got the VS Recon, which is a bolt action rifle that has quick rechambering and moderate recoil. There's also the XR3 Ion, which looks a bit funny, but it's a 3-round burst sniper rifle that has high power and low recoil, but a short pre-fire delay and slower handling. For pistols, we have the Jaeger 45, which is a semi-auto pistol that has a fast rate of fire and low recoil. There's also the Coda 9, which is a fully auto pistol that has high damage and a high rate of fire. Additionally, for the pistols, you can actually toggle akimbo on and off, which is something that we didn't get in Black Ops 6. This is definitely a cool feature, and I think that it makes things a little bit nicer for you when you're in the midst of a match. We've got the ARC M1 launcher, which is a charged launcher, and you have to hold the trigger to charge it up, and it releases an energy beam that can pierce through enemies and deal damage to both vehicles and score streaks. Melee weapons include the Flatline MK2, which has high damage and a moderate attack speed. Now, of course, there's definitely going to be a lot more weapons that will be available at launch, but the weapons I listed are confirmed so far for the Black Ops 7 beta. I'm hoping to see some good sniper rifles this year because I feel like Call of Duty has seriously been fumbling with the snipers in the last few games. One of the Black Ops 7 sniper rifles is supposed to be basically one from Black Ops 2, but seriously, I'm hoping it doesn't end up being a drag to use because I don't know why balancing with sniper rifles has just really not been great in Call of Duty. Alright, so let's talk about loadouts and the gunsmith system, which is relatively consistent with previous Call of Duty games as of recently, but there are some changes here and there. When it comes to your loadout, you've got your basic features like the primary, secondary, melee weapon, tactical, lethal, field upgrade, perks, combat specialty, and wildcard. The UI does look clean this time around, and you have a horizontal scroll between your classes instead of a vertical one like we had in Black Ops 6. There's there's a new feature which is called the overclock feature. This is something that hasn't been in a previous Call of Duty title before. The overclocks are a way for you to customize your tactical and lethal equipment, field upgrades, and score streaks. Basically, you use the individual loadout items and then it will let you unlock up to 2 overclock abilities per item over time. This lets you get benefits such as lowering your score cost for score streaks, decreased charge time for field upgrades, and extra lethality for your equipment. We got a breakdown of each piece of equipment and its respective overclock feature. I'm just going to talk about a few to give you an example, but for instance, the stun grenade's first overclock is that it increases the stun duration. The second one is that it slows enemy movement speed when they're stunned. For the sticky grenade, the first overclock is that high density explosive material improves lethality, and the second overclock adds the ability to cook the fuse. Another example is the needle drone, which is a small drone that's going to explode on impact. Overclock 1 is similar to the sticky grenade. It makes it so that high density explosive material improves lethality. Overclock 2 though adds the ability to boost the dart while flying in manual mode. Active camo is another one that lets you become partially invisible for a short period of time. The first overclock makes it so that gunfire reveals you temporarily rather than just ends the ability. The second overclock makes it so that your camo increases duration and has a faster charge time. There's a lot more other score streaks and things like that, such as the dog and the rhino, so there's definitely a lot of score streaks, but these are just a few that I selected to highlight for this video. Alright, now let's talk about the gunsmith system. As you level your weapon up, you'll be able to unlock additional attachments that you can equip to your weapon in the gunsmith system. Different weapons and different weapon classes have access to certain attachment types. Now by default, most weapons will support up to 5 equipped attachments. This is pretty typical. However, if you do something like equip the Gunfighter wildcard, you'll be able to add more attachments. Now let's talk about weapon prestige in Black Ops 7. This is a returning feature from Black Ops 4, and here's what weapon prestige is going to be like in Black Ops 7. You'll get the option to enter weapon prestige after you've reached a weapon's max level. This system will be available across the co-op campaign, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone during Season 1 of Black Ops 7. Each weapon comes with 2 prestige levels and then a weapon prestige master level that provides you with 250 additional levels to climb through. At the end, you're going to get a unique camo awarded for hitting prestige master level 250 on that particular weapon. So here's how it works. When you enter weapon prestige 1, your weapon level is going to return to 1 and all the weapon builds that you have are going to be locked. All earned attachments are once again relocked and have to be earned again. This doesn't include though optic attachments or weapon camos. Those are permanently unlocked. You unlock a unique prestige attachment, the choice to permanently unlock a particular weapon attachment, a unique weapon camo that can be equipped to any weapon in the game, and a prestige build that is created for you. You also get a prestige icon next to your weapon, and this changes as you progress through the prestige levels. When you reach max level in prestige 1, you can enter prestige again. When you enter prestige mastery for your weapons, this unlocks all the attachments permanently. Your weapon level remains at the number it was previously, but then you're just going to keep going up all the way to 250, but leveling is much faster. You get additional XP rewards and weapon camos at levels 100, 150, and 200. Then you also get a reward at the end, of course, and this is the unique final camo. Treyarch says that a lot of these final camos are going to be returning fan favorites. Now beyond prestige, there's been some adjustments to the way you actually unlock camos for the base weapons. So here's how this works. The campaign now has a weapon camo journey. This means every one of the 30 launch weapons is going to have a total of 16 weapon camos to unlock. You've got 9 military camos, 3 special camos, 4 mastery camos, and then 16 different mastery camos across all 4 modes. There are also changes to the way you actually unlock these camos. So for example, you only need 80 headshots per weapon to complete the military camos. You also earn your first camo after 5 headshots, and then after each 10 you earn another. So it's a little bit easier to keep going through those camos. The camo hub, camo challenge tracking, the near completion camo display, and the last used weapon camo display feature are also going to be available in Black Ops 7 at launch. Now, so far, I'm in a bit of a situation where my feelings about Black Ops 7 are kinda mixed. On one hand, I do like some of the changes, but on the other, I was feeling a bit underwhelmed by the multiplayer reveal trailer. I feel like for me at least, zombies might be the saving grace, but Black Ops 7's multiplayer just kinda looks like Black Ops 6 with very few changes. Sure, having weapon prestige and more unlocks and camos, that's nice, but I don't really know if Black Ops 7 is going to stick with its style or not, and if it's just gonna devolve into a skin shop basically attached to a video game like Black Ops 6. My expectations for Black Ops 7 aren't really high, and I have noticed the same thing from a lot of the Call of Duty community. There are a lot of cool features, the score streaks seem really interesting, but I don't know what my expectations really are for Black Ops 7. We'll just have to wait and see how the game actually goes during the beta and over the next coming seasons for Black Ops 7. Anyways, like, subscribe, share this video, and comment below what you think about the weapons so far in Black Ops 7, if you think that you're going to be playing it or not, what you think about weapon prestige and things like that, and that's all for today, folks.